Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about the challenge. Season 32. Like, OMG. Hunter and Ashley actually won the challenge, the eating challenge, but they didn't win like what they really supposed to win, as being able to have their votes, the power vote, count as 2 votes, but they didn't get that, but they won. And we see Cam was not able to finish her dishes. She had 9 dishes. And she only finished 3 dishes, I believe, or maybe less than 3. And Cara actually has 6 dishes, and she finished all 6, or maybe she finished 3. I don't know. But anyways, that means Cam and Kaylee has to go to the redemption house. I was like, damn, I just wish, Cam could have ate more, but, who am I to say? I wish she would have. I wish she would have just shoved it down her throat and just swallowed it, just ate it, because, it wasn't any type of, activity or challenge that was dealing with heights or swimming or being held upside down. Just eat it, just chew it, just swallow it. And she wasn't able to. Maybe, Kaylee should have actually took on that, that task. But anyways, they're going into the redemption house to deal with Paulie and Natalie, and it doesn't go too well. But Paulie's cool with Kaylee, and he's especially cool with Cam, so everything's all good. Natalie's not feeling it. She goes to her room, she lays down, she's being antisocial, she don't want to talk to the ladies, so she comes downstairs. And now supposedly Kaylee and Natalie's supposed to have a conversation, and basically, they're supposed to talk like, what happened? Why you feel this way towards me? So that is the question that Natalie asks, Kaylee, why did you feel the need to out me on social media? Why did you out me? And so then this is when, Kaylee was like, oh, because you know what happened. You was all mad at me and all upset and crying in a river, thinking that I stole Johnny Bananas, that I did you wrong, that I was two-faced and I was no good and all this other good stuff. Because, Natalie did play that victim role when she found out that Johnny Bananas had kissed Kaylee, and Kaylee was like, I would have told you, but it didn't matter. We only kissed once or twice, and it was no big deal. Like, are you mad at me because I kissed him before you? And then when the girls threw my luggage and they was bullying me and taunting me, you were standing right there laughing and being a part of it. Not that you threw any of my stuff, but you was like part of the crowd, incite a crowd, basically, she was just saying. And so Natalie did apologize for that, and she said she can do it all over again. She would do it differently. And so then we get Natalie was like, well, you out me. You never out somebody, you outed me to social media. And so that's when Kaylee was like, well, I could have sworn you said it on a challenge, this and that you was, gay or whatever. And so, Natalie was like, no, I didn't. I didn't say anything like that. What are you talking about? She was like, nah, I didn't say nothing like that. What do you heard a rumor from other people, and then you went to go explore that rumor and, put it out online, basically. And so then that's when Kaylee was like, well, yeah, but like you're faking the funk. You didn't even like Johnny Bananas. You didn't like him at all. So it seemed like they both apologized to each other for the behavior. But then, Natalie wanted to get out how she felt about, being outed. And then that's when it went haywire, and they both started arguing and yelling at each other. That's when Kaylee was like, you're getting mad at me and acting for sympathy on the show, like your heart was broken when you don't even like men, you don't even like Johnny Banana like that, and all this other stuff. Yeah, we thought that she was hurt because Johnny Banana kissed another girl, and she was building a relationship with him, but she was faking the funk the whole time. So that means she didn't really care. She was just really using Johnny Bananas as a ally and somebody as a stepping stone. She wasn't feeling him that way, but she was faking the funk to get there. And so, Kaylee's bringing that up or whatever. And then this is when Natalie was like, you don't out somebody. You don't do that. You don't tell people things. You don't tell people's business like that. That's wrong. I didn't come out to my family. I didn't come out to this person. I didn't come out to that person. And you here blasting that on social media. So, both of them have a good case, have a good argument. But yeah, you don't out anybody at all. But if someone's saying that, if someone acting and showing that, hey, listen, you hurt me because you was with Johnny Bananas and I was with him and I liked him, and you'd be like, damn, you don't even like dudes. So how you gonna play this card? How you gonna play this sympathy card when you don't even like him? You wasn't feeling him like that. You wasn't even jealous if he was kissing or messing around with another woman. And I also heard allegedly that Natalie's actually been stalking, Cara, like stalking her like crazy. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's what some websites and bloggers are saying, that, Natalie was harassing Cara. So Paulie is so disappointed. He's mad. He's upset because he thought that they was going to squash their beef. So that's the situation. It's like, damn, it seemed like they was going on the right road, because all they had to do was apologize to each other and be like, yo, we gonna have each other's back while we're in the redemption house, because we don't know who's going to come in the redemption house. It's actually probably a tougher or a stronger team, or a team with more experience. So let's have each other's back, or whatever, or try to start like a new ally, because right now, there's a lot of allies going on. You got the Lavender Ladies, and then you have Zach, you have Bananas, you have Tony, and so you have that alliance going on. You know what I mean? So it's like you want to do something, and Hunter and Nelson really don't, they have their allies or whatever, but they don't have really like a team of allies, you know what I mean? So it is what it is with that situation. And so, Cam feeling a certain type of way. She's feeling like, damn, so I know if they pull a double cross, they're not going to bring us back with them. And so she's looking at it as a missed opportunity. And you think that, damn, $1 million is on the line, we're already in the redemption house, there's no need for me to garner more enemies. So let's just make this shit up. Let's just chill. Let's just let bygones be bygones, and let's just try to get this money, because we have a whole bunch of people in this house fighting, but that's not gonna happen. That maturity level is too high. And then and we have Paulie's really in a redemption house because he wanted to flirt and and help out Cara and make her feel good and make her not feel so alone in the house, especially with Kyle sleeping around, and it came to bite him in his ass. And I guess Paulie really thought that since Cara was a vet, she knew that what she was doing, but she didn't warn him that he was going to be he's going to be the target for everybody. I mean, the males, especially Johnny Bananas boys, Kyle, Brad, and Zach and all of them, like they all totally against Paulie too as well, because he did come after Brad, and then he did lie to Brad about what Britt was actually doing when she was in the redemption house with Chucky or Chuck, whatever his name was. So we have that situation going on, and so now we have it's just like, damn. So now we got the guys, they're all chilling, they're all going out or whatever. But basically, Shane, he wants to get rid of Johnny Bananas. He wants to go against Johnny Bananas. He wants to take Johnny Bananas and Tony out the game. He feel like, it's ready. It's time for them to come out the game. And he's trying to make sure that people vote for, Johnny Bananas and actually Tony. That's the way he wants the votes to go. But we'll see. But it's not going to work because Johnny Bananas, they actually won the challenge, so basically they can't vote for them. And so now it's going to be up to Johnny Bananas and Tony who they going to put in. And I believe they might put in Nelson. They don't put in Nelson, they're going to put in Hunter. And then the mercenaries are going to be Corey. So Corey's going to have to go up against like one of his boys again. So that's the way I think it's going to go, because I don't believe Johnny Bananas is going to vote for Jose and Davon. He's not going to vote for them because they actually, him and Jose have a good conversation, and he's going to use him as an ally by not throwing him under the bus. If it was Zach probably would throw in Jose and Davon, but nope, it's Johnny Bananas, and he needs more allies than anybody, especially when it comes to voting. And he knows, Jose and Davon, they don't have an alliance with anybody in the house, so why not have them on my team? And that's less of a vote that's coming towards his way. So I think that's how that situation's going to be. And so we have that situation go on, and then and Shane is telling Nelson he only trusts the girls, and that's it. And he believes that the vote should go towards Johnny and Tony. That's the way that he wants it. And so then we have Hunter. He's actually talking to Gosh about like he wants, Johnny Bananas and Tony out the house. Them are his vendettas, his enemies, and he wants them going fast in a hurry. Tony, Johnny, and Zach are looking at, Hunter having this conversation in a bar because the guys went out to a bar or whatever. And it was like, yo, if he takes his shot, he better make sure he don't miss, because if not, I'm gonna get him. That's what Tony said. And then actually Zach was like, just chill out, just relax, just let everything be, my friend. Let all the losers, let all the weaklings fight among each other, and then when the time is right, we come in and we just wreak havoc. We wreak havoc on this house, and we let them know who's in control. So just relax, Tony, because he says he knows how Tony is. Like, he's very revengeful and he won't stop. He won't stop, can't stop. And so he gets his target, and he just wants him to relax, because Zach says he's totally 100% has Tony back, and he loves Tony. So that's good for Bananas, because I don't think Zach really likes Johnny Bananas. I think he stopped liking Johnny Bananas long time ago, but he puts up with them because they've been in multiple challenges together. So he'd rather have him on his side and not his enemy for a little bit, and then boom, they can go at each other or whatever. So I'm like, when Zach said, let the winklings fight among each other, Zach, you're so fucking sarcastic. You're such a disser. Let the winklings fight among each other and sort it out. And then we'll come through and wreak havoc. We'll come through and take over. Zach is too much. So we have that situation going on. And so then I'm thinking Kara's going to be quiet. She's going to be good. She's going to, she ain't going to do nothing. But Kara feels like this is the moment when she get that liquid alcohol in her, and she get that liquid courage. What does she do? She goes up to none other than Ashley. Why? Ashley has 1,000 screws loose. Ashley is crazy. Ashley just left one season just to leave. Ashley, you've seen Ashley. Ashley does not have it all together. Why would you go up to Ashley and say, Ashley, you hurt my feelings. I can't believe what you did. Like, you went after Kyle, and it really hurts me. I just want to tell you I'm hurt. How does she think that Ashley's gonna react? Ashley was like, bitch, I went to you and I asked you, was it okay if I mess with him or whatever? And you said you don't care or whatever. It's all good. You don't care. You moved on in your life. And Karu was like, yeah, I said that, but I was only front and I had my guards up, and then that wasn't what I really mean. And then Ashley was like, how do you think I'm supposed to read your mind, bitch? I can't even read my own mind. I don't know what's going on in my own mind. So how do I know what's going on in your mind? Like, if you gonna say something, mean it, female, mean it. You know what I'm saying? Mean it. Like, I can't understand what you saying. Like, can't read in between the lines. I'm not even that type of female to read in between the lines. You gave me the go ahead and I did what I did, and then Kylie just sitting there like, damn, like, this girl's glutton for punishment. So I guess Kyra wants to make sure that she embarrass herself over and over, make it look like she's desperate, make it look like Kyle is the greatest thing ever. Like, damn, Kyra, grow the fuck up. Like, what is going on? Why are you still stressing over Kyle? Kyle did you in. He dogged you out. He played you. Why do you have to go to Ashley and be like, Ashley, you was wrong? The person you should be upset with is Kyle, because he is sticking his penis in front of every woman, in front of all the women that he can stick his penis in front of you, and don't care. He did it with Faith. Now he's doing it with Ashley, and whoever comes up next, any other mercenaries come in, he gonna stick it in them too. He ain't got no respect for you. He ain't got no love for you. So you shouldn't care if any woman is sleeping with him, especially after what he did to Faith. And then he slept in the same bed with Ashley as the bed that him and Faith slept in. So why do you care? You should be happy you're rid of him. You should be happy you ain't sleeping with him. You should be happy you don't have that dirty penis. But no, you want that dirty penis. You want to get played. You want to be mistreated. You're the definition of a sick chick. Sick in the head. Like, this man done stuck his penis and blew it up in front of your face, made fun of you and everything, while other females talked about you to other females and all this other stuff, and you still chasing after Kyle. Kyle even made you dish your boy Leroy, and you still chasing after Kyle, and he ain't no good. He ain't call you. When the show's over, he has nothing to do with you unless it's something to do with promotion or the reunion. Other than that, he don't even call you. He don't even like you. Like, come on. In the last reunion, he talked about he didn't like you. Even Shane told you that he didn't like you. And he was trying to get with Marie again. He was trying to get with Sylvia. He was trying to get with everybody. And now he's doing it right in front of your face. Everything that people told you at the last reunion that Kyle did, and how he was going behind your back trying to get with other people, he's doing it in front of your face now. And you still don't realize. So you caused a big scene and caused a scene between you and the Lavender ladies, which didn't have to happen. If you would have just kept your mouth closed and swallowed your motherfucking pride, everything would be all good. Like, how is she supposed to read between the lines? And this is like some high school shit, because this happened to me in high school with one of my best friends. You know, she went to one of her friends, was dating this guy, they broke up, and it's been like a year had passed, and the guy was trying to get with my best friend, and my best friend went to her friend, and I was there. We talked about it, and she was like, hey, listen, such and such wants to get with me. And I don't know if you guys still have something going on. I don't know if you still have feelings for him. I don't know if it would bother you. I don't want to step on your toes. I don't want to hurt you in any way or disrespect you. So I'm coming to you to ask you, would there be a problem if I start talking to him or seeing him? Would it affect you? Or do you think I should just move on and just let him be or whatever? And the girl said, no, I don't care about him. He ain't nobody. I've been moved on. I'm dating such and such. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And as soon as my friend started dating him and they fell in love and they was doing the goddamn thing, here she comes crying just like Kyra. Well, I didn't really mean it. I didn't know you was really going to date him. I didn't know you was really going to have a relationship. I didn't know. I was just, I just had my guards up. Yeah, we understand, but be real about it, because ain't nobody gonna read your mind. Time don't wait for nobody. Just say it. Hey, listen, it's gonna bother me. You know what I mean? Instead of waiting for the person to get with your ex and then have built a relationship and then come crying, doesn't make no sense. Especially Kyra's a woman. Kyra's not even in high school. This was some high school shit. So Kyra's a grown-ass woman, and she knows that she still likes Kyle. She knows she want to be with him. She knows she wants some of that. So when Ashley came to her, she should have said no. And I'm not ready to, I think there's something between me and him. I'm still in love with him. I want to be with him and all this other stuff. So Ashley, if you would please respect me and not date him or whatever. Then if Ashley does date him, now you can come to her crying and say that your feelings were hurt or blasé the third, but don't think that somebody's going, if you tell somebody you don't care, then they're going to believe you don't care, because if that was them, they would be like, nah, I wouldn't want it. I would tell you, no, I don't want you to date my ex. Nope. It's going to bother me. It's going to make me mad. I'm going to be enraged. I'm going to be jealous. I'm going to be this. Just say it. Like, people are scared to say how they feel. But now, Kara's not scared to say how she feels. She's saying how she feels now. Oh, God, I'm still talking about this. So anyways, it is what it is with that situation. So they move on. Then we have, Hunter, Brad, Kyle, Johnny, and Tony, they are tight. So that's the situation. They are tight. We got Cam back in the redemption house, and we'll see how that shit goes. And I'm just like, damn, it's just like crazy. So now they're getting ready to do this challenge where they're going to be up 1,000 foot in the air, like really high up in the air. And like, this is a challenge where you need to have experience and not scared of heights. And and this is where the vets come in to help. But, everyone kind of like loses their shit. Kyra loses her shit because, she just got into this big argument with, So, yeah, let me get back to the argument. So, the argument part where, Kara is, what's her name? Amanda's in the bedroom with all the rest of the guys. She's talking shit about Kara. Kara's not talking shit about her. Kara's not saying anything about her. But, Amanda's upset because she was like, damn, Kara's making a big deal out of nothing. She's messing up the bar experience. She's bringing up the shit with Kyle. Kyle don't want her no more. Won't she just move on and let it be? So, Amanda is upset and mad about that situation. And so she gets back to the room, and plus, they're all drinking alcohol. Maybe that's the reason why Kyra went to Ashley, because she was drinking alcohol. But she should know Ashley's not all the way here in the head. So anyways, we have that situation. Amanda's talking shit. She's being nasty. She's talking shit about Kyra, but Kyra can't find it to hold it in. She can't find it to hold it in, to just go to bed, just go lay down and let, Amanda talk all the shit that she wants. Amanda only did that to get Kara's attention to make Kara upset. And, Kara fell for it. She went in the room. She started arguing with her. And then they go back and forth. Amanda was like, you're a loser. You're this and that. Nobody likes you. We don't want you here. The same shit they did to Kaylee, which is wrong. And so they're arguing back and forth. And so then that's when Ashley, she comes out of nowhere and she's jumping up and she's yelling. She was screaming, nobody wants you here. Nobody likes you. Get out of here. Or whatever. No, Kaya don't even want you. Basically just throwing in her face like, nobody's really here for you. But Kara do have the strong men on her side. She has Zach on her side. She has Brad kinda on her side. She has Johnny Bananas definitely on her side. She has Tony on her side, definitely. So definitely now, because Tony was praising Kara, throughout this episode. So anyway, so you have that situation, and Ashley comes in and she's like a wild woman, like with her hair flying and shit, yelling, screaming. This is Ashley's realm. Ashley loves to argue with females. She loves to argue with females and all this other stuff. But Ashley couldn't handle it with some other vets that she was arguing with. She had to leave the premises. But anyways, so this is Ashley's realm to argue and yell and scream, especially she got the Lavender ladies behind her. She has Shane too as well. And she's thinking that she has Hunter, but Hunter's not behind her because he don't appreciate this shit, because you're bringing extra drama to us. You're bringing attention to us. No matter what, Hunter, you're always going to be on Bananas and Tony's radar and Zach radar. You're going to be on their radar because they did you wrong. So anyway, so we have that situation. So, Ashley's yelling all in her face. Kyle tries to get, Kara out the way, and then she pushes him, and then Kyle gets in his confessional talking about, trying to control Kara is like really hard, especially when she's a wild bull. He calls her a wild, steamy bull. She said she's a steamed wild bull. He just threw a shot at her like that. He might be trying to refer that she's strong, but he's referring to a woman that's attracted to him as a steaming bull. So, Kyra's such an asshole. I don't know what he did to Kara, but he got her all in her feelings, or unless she's using this as a storyline. I have no idea, but it is what it is. And so then that's when Zach gets upset and he gets mad at Amanda. He tells Amanda to shut her stupid fucking mouth. I was like, no, he did not talk to her. So Zach is going back to his old ways, yelling and degrading women. But I know that Amanda was up in his face, yelling, trying to tell him what was going on. And he feels like she's being mean and she's no good or whatever. So basically, in order to get Zach out, you got to get Amanda out, unless they're going to start, cutting off partners. But at this time, Zach is calling her stupid, effing, just swearing at her. Gosh, he's not going to jump up because Gosh is still scared. Gosh is not going to, jeopardize his chances at winning $1 million. And then on top of that, he grew up to be a nerd. He was a skinny boy. He was a nerd, a geek, and he ended up, taking whatever stuff he needed to take to build himself up and to be strong. So now, he has some issues too, some insecurities. So Zach is like the cool kid. Gosh was in that room. He didn't say shit. He was like, shut your stupid fucking mouth. Now, if that was Bragg's girl, if that was Leroy's girl, if that was CT's girl, if that was Johnny Bananas' girl, if that was Tony's girl, no matter if their girl was wrong, they would have jumped in to help them. But Gosh is like, yo, I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. Gosh, he was nowhere. He was out of sight, out of mind. So he said, they did that to Amanda. And so Amanda after that, she kind of like calmed down now, but it is what it is with that situation. So that shit just went haywire. And Kara could have just walked away and stayed away. She could have just went to her room and let it be. But she wants to come off hard because she's fighting for Kyle. She's fighting for Kyle. She's trying to let Kyle know what's going on. She knows that the reason why Amanda is talking shit is because of Kyle. It's because she went to Ashley and was talking and then was like, oh, you did me wrong. You hurt me. It hurt so much, and crying and shit, When this man done already slept with, Faith, Now he's sleeping with Ashley, and then after new mercenaries come in, he's gonna probably sleep with them. They want him. So anyways, it is what it is. So right now, Hunter, he's upset, he's mad, he wish Ashley wasn't his partner. Yes, she's good when she wants to be, but she has mental breakdown too as well. And she's a person that you gotta give tricks or treats to get them going. And she knows that she messed up and she did wrong by, actually coming in there and jumping into that argument. And then, she should have let that situation go with Kara at the bar and just been like, yo, Kara, okay, I understand, but I already did it. There's nothing else I can do about it. Handle the business correctly, because now there's even a bigger target. Because if Kara, if any chance she get now, she's gonna vote out, Ashley and Ashley and Hunter is like, Hunter don't have that many allies in the house. You know what I mean? So, and then on top of that, Kara and Marie gets with, Zach, Bananas, Kyle or whatever to vote her out. Then, she's kind of like stuck. But with the Zach vote, Amanda's on the team, so Amanda's not going to go against them. But, after sleeping with Kyle and denying that, Hunter just feels like, yo, you need to chill out. But Hunter should understand his partner and just say, he should have went to her and be like, hey, girl, I don't want you fighting and arguing. You're too good for this. You're too better for that. She's just jealous. You're doing a good job. Let's win and let's show these people. But him showing his disgust, his disdain for Ashley only makes her break down and only makes her not believe in herself and second guess herself, because, she's loopy in the fucking head. And so she shows him when they get ready to do this challenge where they're 1,000 feet in the air, and she freaking just gives up and she just quits. She's disqualified. And then you have Amanda, since Zach done cussed her out and was, disrespectful to her, she just jumped and she didn't help, so he wasn't going to win. So now Zach is not going to be in the competition. If he thinks that he's going to get hold of power in the house, Amanda's not going to let that happen, because if they do get the power vote, Zach is going to vote for her people and she's going to want to vote for Zach people, so it's going to be hard. And then is Zach going to bully Amanda to vote his way? So then we have that situation, and Kara feels so embarrassed. She feels stupid. Now she feels, and then also everyone said that they don't like her, that she's a loser. And then, it's all stemming from Kyle. And I know she's feeling like, I shouldn't have said anything. And so now she's dealing with all these emotions where she couldn't even complete the challenge, and she didn't even really do the challenge. TJ's yelling and screaming because he wants Kara to complete the challenge. He wants Kara to do the damn thing because she's a vet, and she just gives up and she doesn't do anything. So this big old argument from the bar to the bedroom has affected people's, game. And so you have Sylvia and Gosh. What happened with Sylvia and Gosh? They didn't do so well. Did Gosh fall? Gosh ended up falling. I don't know if he fell because Amanda fell, but he ended up falling. And, Nelson and, Shane tried to do the damn thing. Shane was all thrown up before the, challenge. But yeah, 1,000 feet up in the air, that's a lot. And so they was Nelson and, Shane was going good towards Bananas and Tony, but Nelson ended up getting caught up in the rope. It was underneath him. He ended up freaking out a little bit. He couldn't get it, but before then he was doing a great job by cheering on Shane and being supportive to Shane and encouraging him to go, but Shane doesn't know how to do that, and he's yelling and screaming like a stupid motherfucking idiot towards Nelson, not knowing that the way that Nelson talked to him was encouragement, saying, come on, bro, you can do it. You got this. And Shane's like, come on. Yeah, it was right there, Nelson. Like, you know what? Get the freak out. Like, this episode had me like going. This episode was way too much. So we have that situation going on. And so end up, Johnny Bananas and Tony actually beat Nelson and Shane. And then they actually end up winning the challenge. And so now, who is Johnny Bananas and Tony going to vote out? It's either going to be Hunter or Nelson that they're going to go against. Them are going to be their two main targets to go against, because if they go against Hunter, they get rid of Ashley. And Ashley's like the head of the Lavender Ladies. And if they get rid of Nelson, they get rid of a strong player. And Shane is a strong player, but he's also part of the Lavender Ladies and a leader too as well with the Lavender Ladies. Get rid of him. cut the head and the tail off the snake. So them two, I believe that they're going to throw in under the bus to go in. And regardless if Ashley didn't have this big scene, they was the guys were going to either throw in Hunter or Nelson. And now if Johnny Bananas and Tony don't throw them two in, I would be shocked. But it all depends on what Zach says to Tony about the voting situation. We'll see what happens, but I guarantee they're going to throw them two in. It's either going to be Nelson or Hunter's team that they're going to throw in. If they don't, I'll be surprised. And so basically that's it. I was just like, damn, ain't that some boy? This episode, come on, Cara, you gotta be embarrassed of yourself. Embarrassed. And Amanda, Amanda, I never thought Amanda was a bad person or anything like that, but she really does not like Cara. And it seems like, she started a situation where she didn't have to start. She didn't have to go in and call Cara ugly and talk about her. Like, that's not her beef between, Cara, whatever going on with Cara, Kyle, and Ashley. That's none of Amanda's business to get back to the house and start talking shit about it and yelling and basically yelling on top of her lungs so Cara could hear her. That makes no sense. Anyways, it's just bad for business. And we got to see if Natalie and Kaylee actually can come to a common ground, because they gonna need some alliances. They don't really have any. Paulie doesn't have any alliance. You can't really call Cara an alliance because she's fighting for dear life. And so they're going to need to do something together. So hopefully Paulie and Cam could do something with, Natalie and Kaylee, actually just forgiving each other moving forward. Peace. I'm out. One love.